It's not no pre-intro.
I haven't even said it yet.
It's not no pre-intro.
Can I say it?
Wait.
No, this is like outstanding. Like this is like genuine. This song, we're washed.
When does season 1 end?
Cue the intro.
When does season 1 end?
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GetBack Podcast. I'm your host, Damian and Dusten, here with
Ayden Jones. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
and welcome to episode 25 of the GetBack Podcast. We got an NFL special today. This got to be the first of its kind.
I don't know about a first of its kind, but we do have some stuff to get into.
We do, and you know what? I feel like we should. It would only be fair if we address the elephant in the room first. Obviously, you know, with our little scheduling process we got,
it's a little difficult.
we seem to be a little late, but you know, I'm happy to say that sooner rather than later, the Get Back will be going mobile, and you know, you might get some content on a Tuesday.
Definitely some content. They're going to
Thursday.
get content all throughout the week, which I think that they definitely deserve at this point.
And I think it's much
so.
needed, especially with how the NFL season is going. And
Yeah.
boy, do we start off with a bang. And I feel like we're only heating up as we go through.
We had a very, very hot anticipated week 1 of football. We're going to jump into that a little bit. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to go.
I got a big game that I want to talk about. I think it's been on my head all week.
Yes.
It hurt me in fantasy. It killed me in
Oh, God.
fantasy.
And we'll get into that later. in a sec.
Even as I'm in the AFC, the Bills versus the Ravens ended up
Masterclass of a game.
41-40. You want to jump into that breakdown? I feel like we don't got to get into the first half. Second half is where the real game started.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Pop off.
But I think the second half is so predicated off the first half. my
That's
brother.
fair to say.
So I feel
That's fair
like
to say.
we need to start off with that. So obviously, I feel like the Ravens established that run game early. Is something that we anticipated with, you know, Lamar.
Yeah.
The versatility of running that they have, that they can get from all aspects. I think what really started to hurt them is that their offense actually kind of became predictable towards the end of the game. And I think the Bills actually kind of counteracted that, and they were able to force a big turnover by Derrick Henry, who obviously fumbled the ball. And I want to say in the fourth, and that just flipped the entire game.
I think defense wins championships.
I would agree.
I'm going to say it one more time. I think defense wins championships. The Ravens were killing the Bills. The Ravens were not killing. I think at first it was pretty competitive, but it got to a point where they were starting to run away with the game.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Derrick Henry looked like he was going to run for probably 300 at that point.
Yep.
It looked like Lamar wasn't going to really miss. Everything was working for the Ravens. Even Zay Flowers, of all people. Zay Flowers had a very, very nice game. Everything was working. And once that defense tapped in and they stopped scoring points, just gave more leeway to the Bills. And obviously they handled the rest of that.
And I'm going to be honest. I think obviously the Bills came out with victorious in this game. But something that I left with after what was probably the most improbable comeback I've seen in a long time, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
The Bills are going to have to come out, and they're going to have to outright win games. And obviously they are. They play the Jets twice a year, the Patriots twice a year.
They
Miami twice a year.
have obviously a window to win games, but this
Absolutely.
game was still very important.
It was, because this could be a playoff preview.
Obviously.
And if I'll tell you what, though, if this is the game that we get in the playoffs, wow. Are we blessed
I'm
to
going to
get
be blessed to see that. I think that this was also a little bit more to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. More so Josh Allen. I think that Lamar, it meant something to him, but Lamar knows that he's still going to have his game. He's going to play the way he plays. Josh Allen, he wasn't looking rusty, but we just needed more out of him heading into the third and fourth quarter.
And he delivered.
And he delivered, for sure. He definitely delivered.
I will say this. Some promise that I saw for the Ravens, if any, was I really liked what I saw from Zay Flowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
For most who don't know, he does lead the NFL in receiving yards.
7 receptions for 143. Topped it off with a touchdown as a little cherry on top.
My fantasy flex as well. So I have to thank him for that. But, you know, did I expect Derrick Henry to have such a big first game? No,
Right.
actually. I didn't expect him to go for 170.
This is kind of
9.4 yards a carry.
I've never seen a running back kind of win somebody in the game and also lose in the game in a way. That was kind of weird. I'm gonna say I haven't
It
seen
was.
somebody win and lose somebody in the game.
And I think the fumble was just genuinely a miscue. and it could be they were up
Yeah.
generously, and I think Derek was just kind of nonchalantly running with the football. So I
That's
think it
fair.
just could have been that, because obviously he does not have fumbling problems in the past. This is a guy who has been a top 2 running
He
back.
has, and I think that they also towards the end, like you said, the run was running. It was working so well,
Yeah.
that it almost came a little pre-predictable, where you kind of knew that they may be handing the ball off to Derrick Henry, maybe 3 out of the 4 times
Yeah.
easily. So when that happens, he's obviously going to get a little worn out. He's still Derrick Henry, but you keep giving him the ball, and obviously we saw what happened. It got a little butterfingers, and that ball slipped out, and it cost them. I won't say cost them the game, but it definitely helped the loss.
Here's my question to you: if this is a playoff rematch, obviously the ramifications are going to be interesting, because is it going to be in Baltimore or Buffalo? But who do you have taking it in a winner goes to the Super Bowl type of game?
I'm still, because I think we both had said the Ravens were going to win this game. We both
Yes.
thought the Ravens were going to win this game, and I still think that they go to the playoffs. I'm still going to possibly give it to the Ravens. Like the Bills had to really force and push out that win. They had to, and
Yeah.
and I know that it came with the defense and all that, having to wake up, but they still had to fight. And like, it looked like the Ravens from quarter 1 to obviously that 4th, where they just kind of shut down. It looked like they were pretty amped up and ready to go. So I'm gonna still give it to the Ravens. Who do you got? Yeah, no, I mean, it's up in
really
the
do
air.
believe I really do believe if it's in Orchard Park, I think the Bills could take it.
Yeah.
I genuinely think,
Yeah.
because Josh Allen's
that
only
crowd got really loud.
if he almost threw 400 yards.
I feel like we're not giving light to one of the unks that also saved in the game, man. Their kicker with the little gold shoe on.
Matt Prater.
Matt came out there. He looked like they thought he was a coach. That's all I'm gonna say. The players thought that he was a coach.
Matt
They
Prater, Denver
didn't know why
Broncos
he had
legend.
a uniform on. They thought it was baseball. Coach, why you got the uniform on?
Exactly.
He went out there and put the gold shoe on and kind of won in the game.
He's old, but people forget, like, Matt Prater for a long time, he had the longest kick in NFL history.
I think, what was it? It's like 2014 or 2013,
For the
and
Broncos,
then somebody, man,
against Tennessee,
Yeah.
he kicked a 63-yard
Yep.
field goal. But I think for the Bills, their biggest thing is going to be working on that run defense.
Yeah.
They got absolutely smoked for 3 quarters.
Uh-huh.
I think once they can kind of clear that up, they'll get a little better. Obviously, the injury to Ed Oliver, who's not playing against the Jets this week, that's actually going to be quite detrimental against a Jets team that's not bad.
That's why that was the next game I kind of wanted to kind of cross over. Jets versus the Steelers, I think, surprised a lot of us. I think from both teams, people were actually pretty impressed. One thing I was not impressed with, the Jets defense, who I thought was actually going to be a top 5 defense this year. I'm going to say it here first. So the Jets were going to come out there and possibly hold the Steelers to about 20 points and still put it like they thought. Like they did 32. Steelers, A-Rod, we should say. All the trash talk that we gave you in this offseason, we apologize. We apologize. That's all I got to say. You got anything to say about A-Rod?
An apology, no.
Oh.
I think A-Rod's in a much better situation for him than the Jets.
You thought he was going to get 4 tutties for 244?
No, not absolutely not. But 4 was the overkill. If he got 2 or 3, I would have been like,
okay,
good game.
Yeah.
But
4 with 0 interceptions.
His
passer rating.
But I really do believe it's simply just because I think the Steelers have, in my opinion, I think the Steelers just have a slightly better passing offensive line. Because the Jets are more built for that West Coast style, the running, the bootlegs, the Justin Fields is going to run. Oh, he might throw. It's more versatile, and I think at this point in A-Rod's career, he's just not versatile anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, when he was in Green Bay, we saw him scramble.
We saw A-Rod. You feel me?
But I think this type of A-Rod is, I'm going to stand in the pocket and I'm going to throw the ball. You're not getting anything else.
Honestly, knowing how well A-Rod is as a quarterback, he can do that.
Yeah.
Every game.
And you know who can coach it up great? Mike T.
Yeah.
Because, listen, obviously they're going to give credit to Arthur Smith, who, in my opinion, is not a good offensive coordinator.
They thought Arthur Smith and A-Rod were going to have problems, which I can kind of see why, but it's
working so far.
It looked like it went pretty slow that time.
But, I saw a lot of positives from the Jets. Keep in mind, this is the Jets' first game with a new quarterback.
Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson gave me a little little reminiscent of something that we should have possibly won a chip that year. I apologize, but I saw some old Ohio State Buckeyes connections over there.
And how about Brees Hall?
Brees
19
Hall,
carries,
good game.
107 yards. He
Yep.
had a great game.
Yeah,
I think they're going to have to get some more play from their other receivers.
yeah,
It's just as simple as that. Garrett Wilson, as awesome as he is, if the Jets want to start stringing together some wins, especially against a tough Bills team that they're going to play this upcoming Sunday,
yep.
they're definitely going to have to be a little more. They're going to have to spread the ball a little more to
Yeah.
different players, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So, but yeah, I was totally impressed with the Jets. Do you mind if I say another quarterback that I was super impressed in this week? And it didn't look good for a long time. I was really impressed with J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, I just was somebody else. That's actually not bad. JJ in that first part of the
Because you and me
game-
watched the game.
First, yeah, we were giving comms the whole game. First part of the game, it was not looking pretty. And honestly, we're gonna switch it over to the Bears really quick. We thought that Ben Johnson had cooked something up in
Boy,
Chicago.
did we.
We saw them put up them early 10 to 17 points, and we said, "Oh my gosh, what is Caleb Williams about to get into?"
And the J.J. McCarthy interception, it was just
It,
so
it,
it,
it
looked
looked
bad.
like everything was stacking on top of each other, and for him to come out there still confident,
21 in the fourth.
nothing in his game changed. I'll say that no passing, nothing changed, and it all worked easily.
It did. And I was super happy to see he was a lot more mobile than I had expected. Obviously, in college, he was a more quarterback. But the injury that he had, I thought he would be a little more hesitant to run and scramble. But nah, he would move around the pocket well. I think he scrambled when he had to.
He scrambled. He was finding his guys. I
He
think
was.
at first, obviously, you saw some people on the sidelines getting a little bit upset. Justin was getting upset. He realized what type of offense that he has. He has a
And I think too, this offense is so tailored to him, especially like when you look at the offense that he had in Michigan. You had great running backs and a great tight end.
great tight end.
You
Still
have two
had-
good running backs
right.
here, and you have a great tight end in TJ
Which he was
Hawkinson.
feeding his tight end. TJ was getting fed. He
Yeah.
was getting fed. So,
yeah.
Another game I kind of want to glimpse over. Man, oh man, I don't even know which side I want to go for this one. We could talk about a team obviously improving and surprising us, or we could talk about a team that's just letting everybody down.
Go ahead.
Dolphins versus the Colts, man. That was
And I think the craziest part was last episode, I
Yeah.
genuinely told everybody, man, watch the Dolphins this game. Because
dog.
if they can come out, statement win, they could be back.
This
Boy, was
this
I
game
wrong.
right here, man. 8-33, 8.
8-33 on the hands of Daniel Jones.
Now that's what I'm saying. Are we over glimpsing that the Colts could possibly just be a decent team? Is it that, or are the Dolphins just really that bad?
I think it could be a little bit of both, honestly, because obviously you saw the Colts in the playoff hunt for most of last year up until
Right.
those last two games with Anthony Richardson, who, in my opinion, can't make a throw to save his life. And listen, 22 of 29 passing. That's super efficient. Jonathan Taylor run the ball well. DJ Gibbons, obviously, he got some good carries.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I think it goes more on their defense. Their defense is pretty good.
Absolutely.
Obviously, they had a pretty good offseason for their defense. I think that they added on a couple key players. The Dolphins, it's something deeper going on than just playing the Colts. And with no matter if they're decent defense, it's more. It's something else is going on over there.
I agree.
It has.
Their defense is pretty stout, but I will say this: they are injury prone, as their two starting
Injury
corners
prone.
are going to be out next game. I know they have some injuries up to that front. But let's go back to the offense real quick, man. I think you're totally overlooking Michael Pittman Jr. and Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, in his first NFL game, 7 receptions for 76 yards. And they were
And he had a
good.
touchdown. Yeah.
Michael Pittman Jr., 6 receptions, 80 yards, touchdown. I mean, and not even that. When you go through the receiving core and you just look at all of Alec Pierce, Mo Ali Cox, all these guys caught a pass.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, Daniel Jones made it almost his goal. I'm going to spread this football around and get comfortable. And he got comfortable. He ran the ball well. He obviously ran for 2 touchdowns. That's insane. So
I don't know, man. I'm still looking at the Dolphins.
no, the Dolphins is abysmal.
This is hard to look at, dog.
No, I don't want to get all sensitive here. Could it be the Tua? Could this be Tua's
Could it be
downfall?
Tua? Could it be Mike McDaniels? Could it be the
And you know what?
owner?
I think you just said it right there, Mike McDaniel. I think it's him mostly. I think
you
Tua's.
think he's too chill. You think that he took in Miami too much?
I just don't think he has the respect of the locker room. I think when you look at all the coaches in the NFL, they're
They're
a lot more
hard-nosed. They're hard-nosed.
Yeah, and stern. That was a good word. And stern. I just think
He comes
he's
over there.
too-
He's vaping and stuff on the sideline.
yeah,
Yo,
he's,
bro, pass me
he's-
the ball too.
and he tries to be too funny at the presser. And I just genuinely think it's hard for these players to play, to fight, to basically play for their
go in a
lives.
war. No, because when you go out on the field,
That's a
you're
war.
going into war as a warrior for your team, and you want to fight for your coach. You have a good coach, you fight for him. So
And he makes it hard for them to be like, man, I'm not gonna lay my life on the line. For this.
I want to talk about one question somebody gave Tyreek Hill. Tyreek,
He
why
hasn't
haven't
caught a
you
pass.
caught a pass for over 30 yards since what was it, last year? About almost a year and a half ago.
I think it's a scheme thing. I actually don't think it's a Tyreek thing. I think when
Well,
When
we
you
know it's
cir-
not a Tyreek thing, I don't think. I
when
don't
we
think everything
circle
written
the
is that.
when we circle these Miami games, we're always like, man, just put like when the Broncos lost 70-20, whatever. We'll bring it up. I was always worried about the Tyreek factor of it. I wasn't really worried about Waddle. Waddle's a great wide receiver.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about the Waddle aspect or the
Yeah.
running back aspect. I was always like, man, if Tyreek breaks one, it's game over because then he's hot. So I think their mission is just as long as we don't let him get that 30-yard thing and get comfortable, because he's the type of wide receiver where if he's having a bad game, he's not gonna block well.
Right.
He's just gonna kind of nonchalantly run his routes. There's only a handful of wide receivers in the league who will have a bad game and will still work their what off. I'm
That's
talking about
fair.
the Larry Fitzes of the world, the Megatrons of the world,
Yeah.
the greats. When you look at Tyreek, he just does not have that mentality. In my
I don't think he
opinion.
has a mentality, but I think he's the people that you just compared. I think that he's won earlier than a lot of those players who didn't win
he
at all.
feels like his career is basically complete at this point.
Got 8
So
kids,
at this
doggy.
point, yeah, and you're in Miami.
That's what I'm saying. You're in Miami. Keep popping them out. Got rings.
Yeah, like at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't gotta go there, but I'm saying generally, I think that he's well off right now. But he still wants to hoop. I think that I don't think he wants to be there, but I think he still could obviously ball in the league easily.
So can I ask you a question? And this is the one time I'll bring it up. Could Tyreek Hill be traded to the Kansas City Chiefs?
I thought that was actually gonna happen last year. I don't know if it's still in the books. I don't know. What are they gonna trade to the?
His value is not that substantial right now.
I think for the Chiefs it would be. I think
How
I
much-
think the Dolphins would try to.
How much do you think he's worth? If you say a first round pick, I'll end the podcast right now.
I don't know about a first round pick.
Not a
but
second
dog,
either.
for the Chiefs.
Not a
I think,
second
I
either.
think that Patrick Mahomes would cherish them getting him.
I'll give
so
you a third and a
much.
fourth. Or I'll give you a third and a fifth.
Third and a fourth. I need both of them.
If the Chiefs become super desperate, or if somebody in the league becomes genuinely
you-
desperate for a receiver,
Mind you,
then yeah.
Worthy's out right now. Rice is gone. You got Brown. Travis is hitting other people. I mean, honestly, I think that a third and a
Chargers?
fourth. After what they put up in the first week,
exactly
they won't
after
mess
what
with
they
that.
Well-
They will not dismantle that.
Raiders.
After what Gino did, possibly.
Exactly.
Gino
It's literally Jacoby and
after,
Brock.
yeah, after what Gino did, Brock had himself a game. After what Gino did, though,
And perfect. Let's actually jump into that.
going ahead.
So Gino threw 365 yards in a game where the Raiders won 20-13.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on Gino's performance as a
I'm-
whole in this new revamped Raiders team?
Like you said, revamped. Definitely revamped. You can see some high upside from them. I think more so, like you just said, Brock Bowers, I think in possibly a year or two, could be the number one. And I mean that
Fantasy tight end.
I mean that in full heart. That man he's just elusive off of the line. He can block.
He reminds me of
can
Gronk.
catch. He does everything almost like Gronk, and he's a dog. I think this first week we saw a lot of tight end power he was one of the top players, if not the top player. He played pretty good.
I agree. I think the one thing that I want to see more from, obviously, first game jitters.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see Ashton Gency
We
pop off.
do.
He got almost 20 carries, only was able to rush for 38
yeah.
yards.
He did have a touchdown though, but obviously we know what that was kind of right there. I feel that.
Yeah, so I want to see a little more from him. I think if we can get more from him.
Jacoby Myers popped off though.
He did. 8 receptions for
Jacoby
97
Myers
yards.
popped off. Average 12.1 on per carry. Yeah. He popped off.
But you know what another thing is about Geno? Geno is not afraid
Yeah.
to light that ball up.
Obviously, no matter what the outcome is.
He doesn't care.
We know. We want to talk about Drake May. What did you feel about his first real, obviously, game behind the Patriots that was built for him, basically?
To be quite honest with you, I think it wasn't a Drake May problem.
It wasn't Drake May problem.
It was Mike Vrabel problem.
Why
is he throwing 46 times? Why is he throwing 46 times?
I feel that. Gang, did you see Campbell get bullied the whole game? Gang, we don't gotta go super far and into him, but dog, he got handled.
He
game did. And Drake May felt it almost every time.
So you would think him getting bullied, because this was a close game throughout. They were never getting their ass kicked. Yeah. Why wouldn't you start to work in Trayvon Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson a little more? I'm just saying.
But because I think everything was more pressured onto Drake May. When you have somebody that's on your left or right, that's your tackle. Wait, pause. Give me your top 3 most important positions right now on the field. Quarterback, rush.
Quarterback, left tackle, and wide receiver. No, tight end. And on offense.
Oh, no, I was talking about just all over the game. I think let's say left tackle, quarterback, and probably a edge rush. Yes.
Corner, your first corner.
Possibly. But either way, we know that tackle is in there, bro. And that's on his blind spot, dog. That's on his blind spot. Drake May was getting murdered out there because of it.
He was.
It's as simple as that.
And my thing is 46 attempts.
Yeah, he was slinging the ball.
I'm
for 30, almost through 50.
Mind you, Geno had 34 attempts. Now I get he's a second-year player. Actually, let's go based off that. A second-year quarterback throwing the ball 46 times, right? He threw the ball 46 times.
How many times did JJ throw that ball?
Oh, you know what? I can't really say much. Bo Nix threw the ball 40 times.
Bo Nix,
it's horrible.
If you want to get into that, we can.
No, we don't have to. I don't want to.
I don't even kind of really want to.
Bo Nix is not a good quarterback right now until proven otherwise. But
you want to know what? I will say this week though, I think some rookies showed out. I think from all teams, rookies showed out. Will Johnson from the Arizona Cardinals played pretty decent.
He did play well.
Will Johnson played pretty good.
He did play well.
Browns had some people that played pretty good. You had obviously the Buccaneers at Buga. He came out there and gave them 2 touchdowns.
Won them the game.
2 touchdowns and gave him a game-winning touchdown. It was some pretty good players.
And, talking about back to Mike Ibuka. Obviously, he is filling in for the out Chris Godwin. When they get Chris Godwin back, I know they only won by 3 points. Tampa could genuinely make some noise, I believe.
Yeah.
Because another thing for me is Baker is a rhythm player.
Yeah.
Baker's a guy who he's going to heat up more as we go on, I think. You give him 3 competent – well, we already know Mike Evans is one of the greatest wide receivers of our generation. But
obviously, Mike T.
If you're giving him 3 competent wide receivers with a good running game in Bucky Irving –
Bucky actually played decent too.
They could be good.
The Falcons, though, because obviously, we live in A.
We do.
They want to kill somebody over here. They want to kill Koo. Koo for the past couple of years. I always hear his name get brought up here because they don't like the man. I think he cost him.
I'm not a fan of Young Wei Koo.
I think he kind of cost him the game where they could at least took it to somewhere else. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like you said, Bucky had a pretty decent game. Ibuka won them the game, and Baker still played pretty good. Defense looked decent.
And you know what? I have to take back what I said about second-year quarterbacks throwing the ball too much in the first game.
What's up?
Michael Penix Jr., 42 attempts.
But Michael Penix, though, honestly, I don't know how much you actually paid. He actually looked pretty decent out there.
He did make some pretty impressive throws.
He looked pretty decent out there. Kyle Pitts got into a little shine out there. It was some stuff.
And you know what? Mark my words here. I think this is the Kyle Pitts year.
This is said, mind y'all, this is said every year.
But here's why I say this.
Said every
can you hear
year.
Me out? Can you hear me out and see where my take is? This is the first time that Kyle Pitts has had a quarterback who's like just coming to the league and is trying to get his bearings, what is the most important
Tight
position
end.
for it?
Tight end, always,
I
because
genuinely
it's
think
always there. It'll always be your backup that can.
he's gonna
Yeah.
force the ball. He's gonna
Yeah.
force the ball to
Yeah.
Kyle.
And man, Kyle Pitts, he gave out a tweet. He was like, I felt like I just won a championship. Or he had said something about a championship, and everybody was dying, bro, because he been waiting on this all his life, bro. He been waiting for it.
But I was super impressed with Bijan.
I feel like we're just we're running through games right now. Another game I do want to talk about is obviously the Houston Texans, LA Rams. I think Puka Nacua could possibly be one of them once.
I think he potentially out there for Triple Crown.
And weirdly, I think it's just Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford,
he
love it.
He just loves something about
Giving people the Triple Crown,
hey, man, it's something. But you want to know what Tom Brady just gave off? Yeah, they said, Tom Brady, who do you look at right now as a quarterback who do you look at as a quarterback in the league right now? And you're just like, that person reminds me of something that can still win a championship. Matthew Stafford, bro. No matter how mobile he can be, he will always be that
His
guy.
ball placement is perfect.
Man does no look passes better than some people's looking passes.
And I liked how Devontae played.
Yeah.
Devontae had 4 catches for 51 yards. He played well. I think a huge player who's going to have, obviously had a breakout year last year, but he can even improve on that. Kyron Williams, that could be the outlet. He's a great receiving back as well. I think
I'm feeling for some of these people on Houston though. I think a lot of Nico Collins fantasy owners definitely felt some pain. Even the Dalton Schultz owners too.
Missing in action.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit. I don't know. CJ, I'm hurt. I don't know.
Yeah, the CJ,
hurt,
we thought it was just the sophomore
It,
slump.
it all went down.
I think it's a talent slump.
I don't know about that. It all went down after he did that thing with Caleb Williams. As soon as he tried to little boy Caleb Williams and like little bone, like, oh, I can help you out.
Yeah.
Gang. Since then, it's been a curse, bro.
Now, do you mind if we run through some week two games?
I'm ready to kind of actually go over. Like, you feel me? Going ahead.
Okay. I think we just give the fast rundown real quick before we jump into the next segment.
Can we talk about the game that's already happened for week 2?
Absolutely. Let's talk about the Packers and the Commanders.
Because we didn't talk about the Packers at all.
We haven't. And that is a Super Bowl team.
The Packers are winning 15 games this year.
I agree.
There's no other way to put it.
I can agree with that.
Simply insane. It's as simple as that. They look insane.
They do. And to beat 2 NFC teams already that we were already high on, the Commanders and the Lions, it just goes to show that this Packers defense making that move for Micah, that was them saying, all right, Super Bowl now.
Right, yeah.
We're not waiting. It's not next year, the year after. We want to try to go win the Super Bowl now. But I will say this. They did not leave that game scratch-free. Obviously, their wide receiver, where's he at? Romeo Dobbs.
I feel for Jalen Reed, but
Jalen Reed.
The Packers, I don't know where to go into this. Do you want to go into defense, the offense? They look so complete.
It's 2 things. It's the run game and the defense.
Yeah.
If you have those 2, and we've seen it in the past, we saw it last year with the Eagles.
Yeah.
If you can have those 2 and cohesion work together, you can win a championship. Now, I'm going to be real, though. The defense, the loss of Jalen Reed hurts bad.
It hurts bad.
Like, I'm telling you, like, Tucker Kraft had a masterclass. Go ahead, smile. He's on your fantasy team. You started him this week. 24 points.
Kraft deserves his own 30 seconds. Kraft gave me 24.4 points.
But I will say this. They beat 2 really good teams. They cannot be leaving these games like how they are, like with these injuries.
They won't.
They're another wide receiver injury away from like genuinely being a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, I know. And that hurts, but when you have the defense to back yourself up on like that,
of course.
And obviously when the defense isn't on the field for 70% of the game where your offense is terrible, but you have a good defense, it helps the defense out. They're not going to be as gassed. They're getting time to rest, come back. Jordan Love's out there. He's slinging it. I don't know, man.
And this is a good time to put out a missing persons report, ladies and gentlemen, for wide receiver Matthew Golden.
Golden, where you at, man? You had the best draft entrance of all time.
They hyped you up when you were
You
drafted
literally
almost to
got
be a
your
first
own
year Pro
song
Bowler.
somehow in the Cheesehead State. What's going on? I do kind of feel bad for him because I kind of put this on like something like in the NBA. Say an NBA star rookie gets drafted into a really good team. Cooper Flag. Do we think that? Well, I don't know. Cooper Flag is a little different.
It's the first overall pick.
Let's not go off of that. But let's say somebody really good just simply got drafted to like the Thunder or something like that. Think they're gonna hoop? Like think they're just gonna come in there and just straight hoop like on a team that we're saying is going to the Super Bowl? You think that a rookie would just hoop like that? I think it's gonna take time. That's all I'm
think it's
saying.
going to take time. My only problem is going into training camp and into this offseason, the Packers genuinely did not have a wide receiver one. They were
Yeah.
trying to figure that out. And after this second game, I'm looking at Tucker Kraft, and that's their primary receiving guy. That's their primary guy.
I mean,
and listen, I like Wicks. I like Romeo Dobbs sometimes.
No,
He's just
I
not
like Romeo
consistent.
Dobbs a lot of the
He's
times.
just not
I like Romeo
consistent.
Dobbs a lot of the times. I'm sorry to say, even though he only put up 28, I like Romeo Dobbs.
Matthew Golden's going to have to drastically improve.
Yeah.
And I think the injury to Jalen Reed might just do that for him.
It should. Yeah, that should definitely open windows for him. But the Reed injury hurts. There was another injury in that game for the Commanders. Austin Eckler.
Horrible injury for him. I feel bad.
Like-
but
like
can I be
I
honest?
felt
That
bad.
doesn't really affect them that much.
I
And I'm going to tell
think
you
it
why.
does. I actually
Corey
think it does.
Krosky Merritt, he's going to be a good running back.
That's fair to say.
He didn't have a good game, but I think he's going to be good. Another
I
thing
mean,
is,
he averaged 4. It's not bad.
yeah, while Austin Eckler would have been a nice player to have, he wasn't going to be the primary back.
You don't have to be the primary backup, but to have something else that you could back yourself up on,
Yeah.
it helps.
I think you're
It's
going to
always
have
gonna
to see a San Francisco 49er Debo sighting. They're going to have to
Debo
get
hasn't been
creative.
playing bad.
He has not. He has
Debo
not. And
looks in
that's what we've
shape,
been seeing.
And Debo looks
But
like
I'm
he's ready to
saying
go.
it's going to get, I think that it's going to be even
You
more.
wanna
You're
know
going to
who-
see him line up in
You
the
want to know
backfield
who's
more.
still playing like it's in 2017?
Zach Ertz?
Zach Ertz, man. Zach Ertz acting like he's in a I almost said Dallas. Well, cross my heart. He's playing like he's in a Philadelphia Eagles jersey right
Zach
now.
Ertz did have a good game. And I think, like I said, second year quarterback.
Yeah.
Even though he had a great year last year, still finding his bearings.
You
What's
still
the
got-
most important position?
Tight end.
Tight end.
We want to keep giving him knowledge, yeah.
So I think like a guy like Zach Ertz
Uh-huh.
is going to be so important for Jaden McDaniels to not fall into that little sophomore slump.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't think that's going to happen because even though, like I said, they lost this game, he threw 2 touchdowns. In my opinion, he did not play that good.
That's fair.
He did miss some. He missed some throws.
Yeah.
He threw 24 for 42, which is just a little over 50%. But man, I'll be honest with you, he was missing some pretty easy throws. And
it looked like something was a little off. That's all.
and to me, I think he's just gonna have to calm down. He's just playing too loose with the football right now.
Because he played good against the Giants. That Giants game was pretty decent, but
Okay. All right, that's cool.
Come on, bro.
Brian Dable would be out of a job in 2 years, and he's like, okay, head coach. He's just gonna be out of a job. I mean, Malik Neighbors don't even respect him. You saw
Malik
that video.
Neighbors does not respect him.
Exactly.
Gentlemen,
I think, like I said, Packers Super Bowl contenders. We can mark them in there.
Packers will be they're gonna go somewhere. That's all we know. I don't know. That defense and the offense is pretty good. What about the Eagles and Chiefs? That's happening at 4:25 tomorrow. What you got about that game?
This is going to be the game that tells the Chiefs, are we making a big time trade before the trade deadline to try to maximize our window?
Yeah.
They have a good defense. Defense isn't bad, even though it did kind of get torn up a
made some
little bit.
mistakes. No, they
Yeah.
made some mistakes. I don't think they got torn. They made some mistakes.
I think the Eagles are going to win. I just want to put that out there. I think the Eagles' rushing attack, I think just overall, just their versatility, having 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers, great running back. They recently just traded for Tank Bigsby, who's probably going to be the running back number 2, who's probably going to split some. I don't want to say split, but he will get some carries when Saquon's out, which isn't bad. They're just adding versatility to their offense, to an already great defense that they have on the other side. I think the Chiefs are really going to struggle this game.
Yeah.
I think expect a lot of field goals. if I'm no fantasy expert, but if I was a fantasy guy, I would tell you if you have Harrison Butker on your fantasy to start him because
And
they're going to be kicking
think-
field goals.
I think such a big thing too. Jalen Carter did not get suspended. Jalen Carter got a fine. He's going to be playing in that game, and I think Jalen Carter, especially against the Chiefs,
which was already a bad run game against the Chargers. God, I don't even want to know what it's going to look like against the this week.
Now, it is some injuries. Goddard may not be playing, but I think with that injury, that should hopefully and respectfully open the doors up for AJ Brown.
It should.
AJ Brown was a
DMP.
I say he was a no-show. I don't know if he actually played. Did he play? Did he laced up last week?
He was reading a book.
Okay, thank you. He was reading a book on the sideline. This should be the week that he shows out. Same thing with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. It was a couple star wide receivers.
So as a fantasy guy,
go good.
If you had AJ Brown on your bench, are you starting him?
Yes, you're crazy.
Okay.
Yes,
Mike
needs to start him. Yes, let's
go
just
ahead.
Say that.
But yeah, I think, like I said, give me the Eagles in this game.
No.
And I think that this might be the game where I don't think the Chiefs hit the panic button at week 2, but I think
Not
they
the
go.
panic button, but
do we make a trade?
Do we make a trade? Knowing how Andy gets down, he's going to look into that. As soon as they lose, something's going to have to change.
And what's the price for Tyreek Hill? That's what I'm looking at, simply. He's familiar with the offense. He's played in Kansas City.
Won chips with Kansas City. Like, he was...
Bring the big three back for
Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes.
Bring the big three back for their last dance, because obviously we're hearing rumors about this might be in Travis last year.
Yep. Yes, it is. I believe it is, though.
Okay. So I think that'll be interesting too.
What other game you got that you're looking into?
A game that I really want to break down is we almost went into it in the beginning of the pod. The Bills and the Jets.
Yeah.
That's obviously a 1:00 game tomorrow.
We'll be
I think
in,
the
though.
Jets can have a chance. And the only reason why I'm saying that, I don't think they'll have a chance the second game. The reason why they have a chance this game is because this is at home for the Jets.
You're right.
And 2, I think the
at
Bills,
home, but I think we're still going to see some.
The Bills don't have a large sample size. And I think week 1 to week 3, that's where I think the playing field is a little more even than people think, because everybody's still trying to find their bearings. And with such a versatile offense like the Jets, with Justin Fields running the ball, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, no Ed Oliver tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that opens the run game up tremendously for the Jets. If the Jets can get going and maybe their defense can lock in just a little more.
I'm looking at their injury reports. The Bills got some questionables on their defense now. They have a lot of questionable players right now.
Exactly.
It could honestly go either way. It could go either way. We'll see, because obviously the Jets gave us a good show for the first
good game.
They gave us a good first game.
And Aaron Glenn's a defensive head coach. Obviously, they didn't play that good defensively at first, but it's just going to take time to those players adjust into the new scheme.
Because, like I said, I think the Jets they still, even after that first game, have potential to be a top 8, at least a top 10 defense. At least, I think so. Yeah, a pretty decent team.
Another game I want to jump into briefly, and this is a game I'm looking at.
I got one. You're not. I don't know. I'm looking at the Bears and Lions game, bro. Ben Johnson returns. That game could be a little feisty, and obviously the Lions are looking for their getbacks, because the Lions did not look good.
They did not.
They played. Obviously, we know who they played. That's fine. They did not look good in that first week. So I'm trying to see their comeback.
And I think
Ben Johnson go out there.
I think Ben Johnson takes the cake, because people. I think another aspect that we're not really looking at is that Ben Johnson, if anything, knows that Lions offense,
of course,
to a T.
Of course.
So he's given that defense
you can only change so much.
The rundown.
You can only change so much to your foundation, buddy.
Exactly.
He definitely knows something, man.
So I think he knows a little. I think he knows a lot, and I think. Listen, for those first 3 quarters, you and me both said we thought that the Bears were cooking something up.
Yeah, because they were.
They were. So I think they can build off that even though it was a heartbreaking loss to the Vikings. They can build
They
off that.
always we have heart. That's why I can't talk about my Brown stuff, so I'll probably break down and cry. We have heartbreaking losses that their losses just be
Horrible.
They had a Hail Mary loss last year where their dude was looking into the.
Remember the
that,
Thanksgiving
bro?
game where Eberflus refused to call
Yes.
the timeout?
Bro, that wasn't on Caleb Williams. I don't want to hear nothing. That
It wasn't. It was on Eberflus, which is why they have Ben Johnson now, who I think can lead them to a victory in this game against a Lions team that I think not struggling to find their identity because they already have one. But when both of your coordinators leave,
Right.
it's almost like we almost have to revamp ourselves. Like we almost have to revamp ourselves because I think they were the most creative offense in football last year, the Lions.
That's fair. Because I low-key want to jump into week 3. I'm gonna give you just 3 games. Just give me your what
Week
you think.
3. Okay.
Game.
Okay, I like that.
They need some insights for what's gonna happen next week when we're gone.
That's fair.
Give me who you think is gonna win this. Seahawks versus Steelers. DK makes his return to Seattle. What we got?
That's week 2.
That is week 2. As I said, we're
You said
gonna
week
we're,
3.
no.
My
I said
bad.
we're gonna run into 3 games that's left in this, and then we're gonna jump into week 3.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Listen, the Seahawks defense did not play up to par last game the way that I thought they would.
Come on, you gotta give it to me quick rundown. Come on,
Give
yo.
me the Steelers.
That's fair. Let's go with Chargers versus the Raiders. Who you got taking that one?
Give me the.
Wow.
If
They,
Brock
caught
Bowers
you up.
if Brock Bowers doesn't play, give me the Chargers unequivocally.
Browns versus the Ravens after all the trash talk that the Browns have presumably put out there.
Give me the Ravens, and believe it or not, an actually closer game than people think.
That's fair to say. Like I said, I do want to jump into week 3, so we can at least just give them a little rundown for what we got of the next week coming up.
And there are some bangers.
That's what I'm
week
saying.
3.
Just give me some of your top games, and we can kind of go over that.
Well, first of all, that Monday night game is a banger. We got the
Yes,
Lions and the
versus
Ravens.
And I'm looking at that.
But I think that almost goes back to week 2. If the Lions lose against the Bears, they'll have no choice but to bring their A game against the Ravens.
Because I think we're all just looking for where was that spark that was there last year. Because it was early in the season that they had that spark. That spark was from almost week 1 to obviously the playoffs.
Yep.
I'm not seeing that same spark right now.
I'm not either. And I think I want to see Sonic and Knuckles cook. I want to see David Montgomery.
That's the spark I think I'm talking about.
Jameer
That's supposed to
Gibbs.
be like your energizer all
It
the time.
is.
I know our Armand's supposed to do that, J-Mo, but your energizer are your running backs. You have a duo. Use them.
Yeah, and I think if the Lions can win that game against the Ravens, we're now back to talking about them as a Super Bowl contender. I mean, you beat a Super Bowl contending team, and it just depends on what fashion they beat them. Because obviously, I think if they're able to stop Lamar a little bit, able to stop Derrick Henry, it's anybody's game for the taking, man.
Yeah.
Another game I'm really looking at that exciting me is a rematch of the NFC Championship game.
Yes, sir.
The Rams and the Eagles at 1:00. The fact that it's a 1:00 game blows me away.
We have actually personally gloated about this game a couple of times, and I'm gonna say it one more time. And the Rams would have won that game if it wasn't a snowy blizzard day.
Yes,
one
I
more
agree.
time.
It wasn't cold.
Simple as that, man. Saquon had himself a very generational game that game in the snow, and obviously we know how that turned out. This is the rematch, and it should not be at 1. This should be our Sunday night football right here.
Yeah, because we did not get blessed for Sunday
We did not.
night
We got
football.
the Vikings and who is it? The
we
Vikings
got
and
Giants and Chiefs for Sunday night.
Oh, that's our Sunday night.
That's our Sunday night. Unfortunately, it
we have
hurts.
to just watch the Chiefs. Man. What if you see Jackson Darko out there with his chain though? I don't know if you saw his strip week 1, man. Week 1, he was on the sidelines looking extra he looked like he's about to get in that game. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's one more game I'm looking at. I'm not just saying this.
I'm looking at one too. Let me see, because I think I already know what you're gonna say. I don't actually. Going ahead, man.
It's a good game. Broncos and Chargers.
It's a good game because that's a good game and it's a divisional game.
Because here's my thing: if the Chiefs lose against the Eagles tomorrow,
this is a race between you and the Chargers for that.
It becomes Broncos Chargers. Who's gonna win that division? And I know it's early, but it's
early.
Like,
but that division is gonna be so competitive. I think even with the Raiders getting wins right now,
because
it's going to be competitive.
Because there's so much implication.
Who's the number 4 in your division?
The Raiders.
The
Chiefs.
Raiders?
Oh, the Chiefs right now. The Chiefs right now are number 4. So, but here's my thing. It's week 1. We're about to enter week 2, but it's okay. But I will say this.
That don't make you feel good, man.
Because going into that week 3 game, the Chargers and the Broncos, the Chargers, if they beat the Raiders, then it's just those two stand alone for the top.
Yeah.
And I think it's really going to set things up. I don't know. The Chiefs might have no choice but to win. They have no choice.
I would hope that they could win
games,
that game, right?
Because here's my thing. Especially in the AFC West, a loss is like 2 losses. It's like losing 2 games, basically. That's how I see it, at least. Because I think it's genuinely going to be such a tight race for obviously, because 2 of them are going to the playoffs.
Right.
I'm calling it now. 2 teams in the AFC West are going to the playoffs. It doesn't matter who. One is going to be a top 4 seed, and then the other one's going to have that 5-6 wild card spot.
Yeah.
Losing a game is genuinely like college football. It's going to be like college football. If you lose a game, everybody's going to look at you different.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like NFL is so different because every team could lose any week. Is different. It's not. I don't know.
Not in the AFC West.
I know. I know it's very competitive, but I don't think that the Chargers, the Broncos, or the Chiefs are just going to win out. I think both of your guys, everybody's team is going to have like some. It's going to have to be something because y'all didn't look as good in the first week. We're going to be honest right here. The defense did. Defense looked pretty decent. Defense looked really actually good. Offense needs some work on. Chargers, they look pretty decent. Chiefs didn't look like that. That's what I'm saying. We going to see. We going to see. It will be competitive though.
Do you mind if we play a segment brought to you by the GetBack Podcast?
What's up? What's the segment this week, man?
Welcome to Fantasy Sit and Start. Brought to you by the GetBack Shop. I'm gonna give you some players, and I want you to tell me if we're starting them,
right,
or if we're putting them on the bench this week. Justin Herbert, Monday night against Las Vegas. Is he a start or a sit? He is currently listed at 45% start.
Justin Herbert gets that start, and whoever has him, wink, wink, needs to start Justin Herbert. Wink, wink.
Okay, so you're saying start unequivocally.
Right.
All right. Puka Nacua at Tennessee.
Gotta give me some hard ones because these are sounding like 2 starts. That's coming up for me. Puka against Houston. Was Stingley put up 130? Oh boy, he's put up 150.
Now here's a wide receiver too who did not play well last week. T. Higgins.
I'm gonna have to bench him because I know a lot of people gave him that start. He let some people down.
I'm gonna
give him that bench.
After all the talk this week, Derrick Henry against the Cleveland Browns.
I'm giving Derrick Henry that start. I'm gonna give him that start.
Over or under 25 points.
Ooh. That made me give you like 22 points. I'm gonna say under. 25. I think it's still gonna be a really competitive game, but I'm still gonna have to start him.
Okay. Malik Neighbors at Dallas. Bench.
It's not even him. It's not Malik Neighbors' problem. It's not
Wilson problem.
Malik Neighbors' problem. It's his quarterback that I don't think is going to give him anything more than 12 points. You think he's going to get more than 12 points? I'm asking you. You think he's going to get more than 12 points? Because Russ could still
moonball him. One moonball is 7 points.
So what is he giving? What did he give last week?
I think
14.
I think that 12 right there.
12 right there. That's it.
That's
okay.
The benchmark.
So like if he's only giving me 12 as my wide receiver,
if you have no better flex, I think you put him.
That's
there.
fair. No,
if you have no better flex,
would you rather have a Keon Coleman or Malik Neighbors as a flex? Seeing how Keon Coleman got fed a little bit towards the end of the game.
Jets.
That's tough. Yeah,
that's tough because they're playing the Jets. Okay. That's a good secondary.
Pause because he's just my flex. Should I not do that?
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Nico Collins against Tampa Bay.
Nico Collins is going to have to get that bench. Nico Collins gave me 3 receptions for 28 yards. No, 25 yards. We can't take that. You can't even risk that type of torture on your line.
We were just talking about Sonic and Knuckles earlier. Obviously, we know Jahmyr Gibbs is always a start, 100%.
Right.
David Montgomery as a flex or running back too. What is your thoughts on that?
Have him as your running back too. If you already do I already have?
No, I'm just saying like if you have David Montgomery on your team, is he a sit or start?
Damn, that's tough. Damn. If we see the same Sonic and Knuckles that we saw last year, I would say start. I didn't see that in the first game, but they also played, to me, the best defense in the league. I'm gonna give him a bench. I'm gonna give him a bench right now.
Bench,
I'm
okay.
gonna give him a bench. I feel like there's a couple more running backs that I can actually use off my bench. That's cool.
Speaking of running backs, Christian McCaffrey at New Orleans.
Chris McCaffrey is that start. McCaffrey is a
You
start,
liked his
and
first game.
I like that first game.
I did too. It
think,
made me feel good.
I know owners who owns Chris. Whoever owns Chris McCaffrey, they got happy for an unexpected good game.
I'm gonna stick with the running backs because I like what your takes are on these running backs so far. Javonte Williams of the Dallas Cowboys, who had 2 touchdowns in his first game as a Cowboy, is he a sit or start against the New York Giants?
I'm gonna have to start you, my guy, because you play good. I know there's probably some Broncos fans that was looking at him a little bit, and he had a pretty good game. I'm gonna give him that start.
Chase Brown against Jacksonville.
Chase Brown had a pretty good game also. Playing Jacksonville, I'm also have to give him my start, but I think he's starting on a lot of people's teams.
Yep.
Chase Brown is starting. Him and Hubbard are starting on a lot of people's
Now,
teams.
lastly, I'll move on to the tight ends really quick because
Why
I feel
not?
like the tight ends are super important. You know that. I know that.
They know that now by this episode.
Yes,
They know that
the
now.
tight ends are super important. This is the tight end episode. This is the
Going-
tight end
this might be
special
like
at
a
this
tight
point.
end special, man.
Travis Kelce against the Philadelphia Eagles at home.
I'm gonna have to give him that bench.
Oh,
We only got to get into that deep. He's going to get that bench.
wow.
He's getting locked up.
Tyler Warren against the Denver Broncos.
Tyler Warren Tyler Warren played very good.
I'll be unbiased. Start him.
Yeah,
The
I'll say
Broncos
again,
do not guard
play-
tight ends well.
He played very good.
They lock
Like,
everybody
he-
else up. The tight ends will eat.
He had 7 receptions for what?
76.
100? Huh?
76.
Oh man. Either way,
10 yards of reception.
The game was like his game was crazy.
To start,
Yeah, I'll start.
Sam Laporta against the Chicago Bears.
Knowing that Ben Johnson's guarding it. I'm stuck. Because I feel like I would usually start him, but knowing that Ben Johnson's guarding this man,
And he knows.
he knows. Bench. Is that crazy to say? That's crazy. What would you give it? What would you give it? Be honest. You would start him? Because it's not. I don't think you could be wrong either
I
way.
think they're
but
going to
I
really
would-
have
I'm
to
gonna-
establish that run game. So I'd actually bench him.
Okay.
I would bench him. Lastly, last tight end of the day. We were just talking about him earlier. It's going to be his year.
He gets a
Kyle
start.
Pitts. Kyle Pitts gets the start?
Oh, I thought you were about to say Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers is actually questionable and has not practiced all week.
Oh no.
So he may not play.
Oh no. Kyle Pitts. Who does Kyle Pitts play? They play the Vikings.
Kyle Pitts, they play. Yeah, they do play the Vikings
Vikings?
at Minnesota on a Sunday night game, prime time.
The way that he's feeling right now, Michael Penix using him as a second. I'm giving him a start. Start him.
I like that, and I can go for that.
It's his year. It's his year,
It's
man.
his
It's his
year.
year, man.
But obviously, we're down week 1. Obviously, week 2 coming. My question to you is this: has your Super Bowl prediction changed?
Yes. I mean,
Who do you have going to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I just know the Packers are going to be there. I don't know who else is going to be there.
You really think the Packers will be there? I think they're a contender for
No,
sure. I genuinely believe, though, the wide receiver is going to catch up.
Simply the wide receiver.
It's going to catch up.
If the wide receiver core continuously just drops down like bricks, I don't know. But for what I saw in those first 2 weeks, 2 good games, 2 good teams.
Exactly.
I don't know. You got a lot of power over there.
Give me Ravens.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead.
Give me
Go
the
on,
Ravens. Give me the Ravens and the Eagles.
Yeah. So the Eagles go back.
2 birds.
So the Eagles go back.
I think so. I think they played really good. I like how they played. I know it was the first game, but
I think
they
that
were-
actually should have been the game last year, but okay.
give me Ravens Eagles.
Okay.
Is that a good take?
That's not a bad take.
I think they're pretty evenly matched.
You want to talk about matches? Go on ahead.
You
break
know
it
what I
down.
was about to do.
You want to talk about matches? Going ahead.
Obviously, as we said, this was an NFL special, but
We
it
got-
would be a disservice of us not to discuss the events that are happening tonight and what will be one of the biggest fights
boxing. We mean
Boxing fights.
Boxing.
in, I want to say, the past. What was it? Maybe the
Boxing.
McGregor?
Boxing.
McGregor,
like
Mayweather?
big boxing fight.
Mayweather McGregor.
Possibly Mayweather and McGregor. Wow.
Yes.
I don't know. Some of those Tyson, like the Tyson Fury fights, were kind of, but this one right here, I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know. Yeah, it
Canelo
possibly has-
Alvarez versus Terence Crawford will fight for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world tonight. Who do you have winning that fight, man? If you need a second, I'll go.
I'm gonna have to give it to. I had to give it to Canelo, man.
Canelo Alvarez. I think I totally agree with you. I think, and you know what's kind of not sad, but I genuinely believe Canelo's gonna run laps.
I'm sorry, but
I think Canelo is going to just show that there's levels. I think for me, when you look at Terence Crawford's career, if you're a casual to boxing, if you're a little more advanced into boxing, everybody knows that Canelo Alvarez's resume is a much more.
he definitely has a higher, more competitive, built-up resume. We've seen Bud fight probably
Tomato cans.
one to two good, decent fighters, if you want to call it, in the time, not
Yeah.
like all time, like in their time.
And I'm
like
sorry,
at
I
that
will
time.
always give Earl Spence Jr.
But that's
out.
in that time. We're talking about. I think Canelo has fought more people that they can go possibly to a different generation and still hoop.
Yeah,
I don't know if Bud has fought people like that.
exactly.
Earl is
And
cool.
Earl's cool. Earl was also in a really bad
He
accident
was
that
he
messed
was,
up his head
He was
before that fight.
because he was low-key bouncing his little head off of that.
Exactly.
He was.
So I think for Canelo, winning this would just not put him in a different tier, but it would almost just solidify himself as one of the greatest of all time, if he's not already.
Dog Crawford.
Bud has so much
this
more
could
to
be-
gain.
He has a lot to gain. This could be a complete weight bully. Like he's not moving up one weight class, dog.
Two.
He's moving up two weight classes, bro. He may get bullied. That's the only thing I'm slightly scared about. Obviously, I want Bud to win, man. I'm a Bud fan. I don't see it happening. I don't. I'm an honest man. I don't see it happening. Who want to make bets? All I'm saying, who want to make bets, man? I mean, because honestly, when I'm looking at it, Canelo, oh man, this could be bad. This could be bad. But could you imagine if Crawford did win? Undisputed in three weight classes?
But yeah, what it would do, he would take over.
Undisputed in three weight classes.
Yes. Not even that.
Generational.
Like I said before, I think the reason why Canelo didn't take this fight for the longest is because he felt as if I have nothing to gain from this.
I think you do. Who's the higher pound for pound? Crawford. Crawford sits at 3 pound for pound.
Yeah, but we know. We all know.
So what is Canelo pound for pound?
Probably one. In my opinion, who's beating Canelo? Right now.
Let me look at all pound for pound. So let's see who's all pound for pound.
But you can't do that. You got to look at somebody who can actually go to the weight.
I know. I feel you. Oh, they got Usyk as
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
okay, I feel you. Yeah, okay.
here's my thing. Here's gonna be the telling story. I'll be able to tell in the first 3 rounds what's gonna happen. If Canelo's shy, running away, not running away, but being very defensive, it's gonna be a Canelo decision. He's just simply gonna
like a
outclass
little
him.
Mayweather kind of defense.
Yes.
You feel me? Yeah, I feel you.
If Bud hits him, and Canelo feels threatened as if he has to go now and stack up some points, then we have a beautiful fight. And I
That's fair.
genuinely think it could either go either way. But I just don't see a scenario where Bud just kicks his ass or anything like that. I just don't see it.
I think people are taking Bud as a kind of a scrub. Bud got 12 of his last knockouts, dog. Like Bud is a dog.
Against who?
I feel you. Bud is a dog. Like you're
He's a
disrespecting,
dog.
bro.
That's awesome.
Will he lose? Yes. but we're not gonna act like he not no dog. Stop.
No,
Let's stop.
And that's totally
Y'all
valid.
gonna try to disrespect my guy?
And that's
No,
totally
bro.
valid.
No, bro.
But obviously, the fight's tonight on YouTube TV. Make sure to go tap into that.
YouTube TV. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Tap into Netflix. It's gonna be on there.
Good
We're gonna
catch.
be tapped in. I'm gonna be making some bets. Who
Oh,
wanna
God.
bet? I'm just saying what it is, yo.
Tyler Kraft got you.
He got me
24
feeling- he
points,
got
and
me
you're feeling good.
I lost last week in fantasy football fashion. So yes, that's how it's gonna
Lost
go.
to Josh Allen. He had a 99% chance of winning. I'm Damian Dusten. That's Ayden Jones. Episode 25.
Yes, sir.
Peace.